What's up family, welcome back to the channel once again. I hope you all are doing absolutely safe and fine during this lockdown. I know it's been a couple of days that I haven't uploaded a video. I was held up in a couple of things and wasn't keeping too well also. So today I'm here to go ahead and review the BS6 2021 Tata Tigor AMT. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into this video right away. Alright guys, so before I go ahead and give you guys a walk around of the vehicle, I thought I'll start with the key. So the Tata Tigor XZA Plus, this is the top of the line, comes with this smart key. Alright, it's a smart remote control key. The features on the key are, this has a lock button over here. This is for the lock. This is for your follow me headlamps. So in case you're stuck in a dark place, so just press this and it turns on the headlight. This is to open the boot and this is to unlock the car. Alright, so this is pretty much about, the smart key. And you have the Tata logo as well over here. Okay, and you can also remove the key from here. This key, yeah, you can remove from here. Somehow it's not coming out, but yeah, you can remove the key from there. All right, so let's get into the walk around of the Tata Tigor. Okay guys, so this is the exterior of the car. This is the front fascia. This is how it looks. Excuse the bad wind noise and the sounds outside. It's really very windy, so apologies on that. Straight away you see the Tata logo right in the center. You get these beautiful looking tri arrows over here. It looks really nice. I think it comes nowadays on almost all the variants of Tata cars. These are the projector setups. It looks nice, decent in throw, I must say. Does the job pretty well. You have the daytime running lights over here. You've got fog lamps over here. Same over here on this part. This is how the side looks. Alright, these are the alloy wheels, diamond cut alloy wheels. I'll try and get into the vehicle as quick as possible to avoid the wind noise. Please bear with me. This is the rear of the car. Alright, and this is the side portion of the car. Alright, so I'm going to open up the hood and I'm going to show you the engine. It's a 1.2 liter Revotron petrol engine. Produces around 84 bhp at around 6000 rpm and approximately 113 newton meters torque at approximately 3300 rpm. So here we go. It's a 3-cylinder engine. That's housing. Here you get insulation. That's the battery. And it's a pretty decent engine bay. I can see there's a lot of space over here. So anyways, no problem. And you can see this thing is really heavy, man. Tata for using good stuff. Alright, opening the boot of the vehicle. Excuse me, there are a lot of things kept inside it. The boot comes with 419 liters of boot space. Although pretty decent, pretty huge, I must say. It can really house a lot of things. The loading lip is a little high, so you would have to use a shoulder over there to lift the luggage, but then yeah, it's totally fine. It really holds up luggage really very well. So you don't have any kind of protection or covering over here. That's one thing I think Tata should have worked on. Right guys, so getting into the vehicle right away. Here you can see this is the smart key. Again, I'm just showing you. Please focus. All right, and you can see this comes with a request sensor. I'm going to show you over here. Comes with a request sensor. Only the top model I think gets it. Just press it once. All right, see, the car locks. Okay, that is when you're exiting the car. You press it once, the car unlocks, and both the mirrors open. So I think that's pretty cool, and that's very nice. Even cars costing a little more than this doesn't get these features, so it's very decent. So I'm going to sit in the car and I'm going to talk to you right now. Alright guys, there are brilliant safety features in this car as well. It gets ABS, it gets dual airbags. It comes with a seat belt, warning symbols both for the driver and the co-driver as well. And it gets auto lock, the auto speed sensing locks. That is, I think once you cross 10 or 15 kilometers, it automatically locks inside. This is the steering wheel. Comes with the flat bottom steering wheel. This is your Tata symbol over here. You can press the horn as well over here. And this is very nice. You can press it over here as well. And also you can press it over here. Alright, now I'm going to show you the switches as well. This is to connect your Bluetooth, or this is to also connect your USB cable. This is for the volume increase up and down. This is to change your track. This is to pick up the call, alright, when your phone is connected via Bluetooth. And this is to mute it, alright. Over here, if you press it, mutes it. And this is to decline the call. Alright, so let's get into the speedometer right now and see what's inside the speedometer. What does it read over here? So if you look, this is the tacho, alright. So shows displays around 8,000 RPM. You can see there's a seatbelt symbol over here. All right, you can see the engine cooling and heating symbol over here. Shows you the temperature pretty much. This is the fuel gauge. Okay, shows you right from empty till full. It shows digitally. I think the tank comes with approximately 35 liters of fuel capacity. If you look at it, you have a lot of information on the display over here. Firstly, if you can see, it shows that the car is in neutral. Displays that it's an automatic vehicle. All right, so it's a 5-speed AMT box. So that's one thing. Shows you your speed, all right, digitally. So it's showing 0 kmph because I'm not moving. If you can see trip A shows 2,141.3 kilometers. You have your instant fuel efficiency as well, and the average as well. So the average right now that's showing me, this is completely and purely city driving. It's showing 11.4 kilometers per liter. Trip B says the same thing, and I'll tell you what's my total odo. So I've done 2,209 kilometers. Moving on to the next segment of the car, which is the next features of the car that we have, or basically the functions that we have. This is the headlight. All right, this is for the headlight. It says off right now. This is for your parking light, and this is when your light turns on. All right, this is your headlight leveler. Okay, so right now it's on 0, so it's pretty much level. This is your rain, this is for your rain wipers. So you pull it, there's a spray that comes out. I don't want to do that right now because there's quite a bit of dust on the windscreen, so I don't want to do it right now. And this is to adjust your wiper blade speed. All right, simple stuff. This is your hazard switch over here that you get. Now moving into this is the Harman music setup, which is there on almost all the Tata vehicles. This particular car comes with 8 speakers. Yes, you heard it right. 8 speakers, 4 speakers and 4 tweeters. 2 tweeters you can see housed on either sides of the A-pillar. All right, now it's a beautiful looking screen. So this is what you basically get. It displays also the AC temperature as well over here. It shows you what's right now. So my iPhone is connected right now. You can pair another device. You have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, you have Bluetooth, you have radio, you've got USB, and pretty much all of that. It does the job really very well, this system. It has a little bit of lag, but then yeah, that's absolutely fine. Shouldn't be much of an issue. The music quality and the output is absolutely brilliant. Let me see if I can play a track for you guys. All right, so I'll play a track from the radio station right away. All right, the music system is absolutely brilliant, I must say. It's really crisp, it's really sharp, and Tata is known for their music systems as well. Harman by JBL, or rather JBL by Harman. Really very nice stuff. All right, now a couple of more things on this system is I'll show you a couple of features that you can see on this. So do you look at this? Park assist. All right, so you can use this feature basically even when you're driving. So this feature comes really very handy even when you're driving. So on the highway, it's raining, you want to see what's happening right behind you. Yeah, just press this button on Park Assist and it shows you this. It will keep displaying what's happening at the back. Okay, now this is called a DRVM in Hyundai, driver's rear view monitor. So in the Tata it's called as the Park Assist. Yeah, so that's about it. And yeah, pretty much that's it on the system. Nothing more to talk on the system. And moving into the other specs. So this is for your fog lamps. All right, you press this button, your fog light comes on. I'm not sure if you're able to see it. Yeah, but it's not working right now because my lights are off. So yeah, if I turn on my lights, yeah, now you can see my lights are turned on. And now if I do the same thing, it will turn on. See, there you go, the fog lights are enabled. All right, now this is to lock and unlock all the 4 doors of your car. This is to open the boot. This is your automatic air conditioning, your AC, your auto AC. Like you said, this is to increase and decrease the speed. This is to so if you press auto, it auto selects the fan speed and everything, the temperature, bases the temperature outside, and basic windshield blower and all of that basic stuff that you get in other vehicles as well. Now there's another nice feature which is also there on the Tata cars. So again, like I told you when I showed it to you on my Ford Freestyle as well, just lift it once. Yeah, and it gives you a couple of blinks, so you don't have to hit the indicator fully down if you're not taking a full size turn. So that's another nice feature on the Tata. This also comes with internal foldable mirrors as well. So just a minute. Yeah, so there you go. I'm sorry, I had to press it a little hard, and you can see both the mirrors are folded. Now if I press it back, yeah, the mirror opens and you can turn this knob right or left and adjust mirrors accordingly. Okay, what else? Yep, now this is the main talk about the car. This is the 5-speed AMT transmission that Tata has provided with this car. So if you can see, this is R. I'll just, one second. So this is R, this is N, and this is A. So R is reverse. I'll just show it to you. Vehicle in R, it displays the camera over there. This is neutral, this is automatic, and it also has a Tiptronic function as well. I push the gear knob to the left, it's in manual mode, and I can manually take control of the gears myself. All right, so that's for a little spirited and enthusiastic drive. So this is pretty much it of the front console. And one more thing, I'll show you guys the glove box as well. Yeah, so the glove box is pretty decent. It's quite deep and quite nice. It's good, I must say. It's pretty decent and very nice. The glove box, same, you know, you'll have manual IRVM that you'll have to do, so you'll have to lift it up and all of that during the night, so if you want to escape glare. Now if I look over here, one thing very nice is you can see that they've given a driver side vanity mirror. Well, other manufacturers have stopped giving it even in this price range, and I'm very happy that Tata has actually included this. It also comes with the co-passenger as well. Of course, no lights for either of it, but then yeah, I mean, having that you know, feature itself is something nice. And looking towards you know, these are the you know, power windows for the car. This is again to lock your rear window if you don't want anyone to access it or put it down. This is auto down. All right, see, it automatically goes down, but it's not auto up, so it's just auto down. All right, comes with chrome handles, pretty decent looking stuff. Comes with chrome handles, comes with this beautiful color you know, accent which is around the AC vent. So this car is red. All right, it's a nice beetroot color red. So it comes with red accents. You pick up the blue, it'll come with the blue accent. You have a lovely piano finish on the handle over here, handle to open the door. So this is very nice. And even the system over here, this comes with a lovely you know, piano finish. It comes with a start stop, so you'll have to press the brake really hard and then press this button only, then the vehicle turns on. However, if you don't press it too hard, the vehicle would not turn on. All right, it would just only ignite you know, the display and all of it, but it will not turn on. One more thing is you have a ticket holder over here. FASTag has started in India. FASTag is mandatory, but then, however, I mean, nothing like it. So in case you want to put your petrol pump you know, bills or anything of that sort, or anything, you know, you guys can always put it over here. So that's another nice touch. Yeah, pretty much it. You can see over here, this is the Bluetooth speaker. All right, where you can listen to your calls, you can talk, people can hear you and all of that. Comes only with a center light, cabin light. So if I open it, there you go. So I'll show you the rear space of the car as well. Just a minute. All right, excuse that, that's my tripod. So you can see this is the rear space of the car. It comes with a center armrest as well. Excuse me, we've not taken out the covers of the car. Yeah, they wanted it like that, my parents, so yeah, let it be. So this is the center armrest, very nice. Comes with fixed headrest, but no problem. I've sat and you know, I've sat in the back seat, and it does the job pretty well. It's very nice, it's very cushioned. These seats, I show you, man, these seats are so cushiony and so well bolstered that you can sit for an 800-900 hours drive aram se and still come out, you know, with a smile on your face, happy as ever. Just that the center you know, seat does not get adjustable headrest, neither does the side, but at least the center seat comes with a very low headrest, so that's okay. I think that's most probably just for visibility. Comes with a rear parcel tray as well. The visibility in the cabin is very good, even if you sit, you know, because the car is interior. I mean, the car's interior is all grey, so it's very nice. I'll show you the legroom space as well, so you can see, and you can see how much you know, knee room I have. A lot of leg room. I can just push my legs inside. You can see there's a lot of room available in this cabin. So this is how you know, the center console looks from the back. Looks very nice, looks very, very nice. Trust me, it's beautiful. It's actually very beautiful. I really like it. Well, let's talk about the storage places right now in this car. You get a nice center console over here where you can you know, put a 1 liter bottle aram se. You get 2 cup holders over there, decent coffee size cup holders. You know, cups can come over there. You've got a charging socket over here as well. Yeah, and then on the side doors you have your you know, space where you can put your bottles. Of course, you Can put a 1 liter on a slant, but I think a 500 ml will do just fine. But if it's a plastic bottle, you know, the 1 liter can easily go in. So, but if it's, you know, a Tupperware and if it's hard material, it's actually a little difficult to push that in, and it actually doesn't go. So plastic bottles, yeah, will do that. Front, you know, seats are adjustable headrests, both of these, so that's no problem. Seats, you can, you know, fold the seats as well. So that's another nice feature. Let's talk about the driving of this car, since I have driven it. All right, so I'll get back into the driver's seat and I'll talk to you. All right, guys, the main part has come, you know, which is the verdict. Should you buy this car or no, and what's its competition, and why we chose this vehicle. We had multiple cars which we were looking for. The main reason was to look for, you know, automatic vehicle. All right, and we had a budget also in mind. Because like I told you, this is my mom and dad's car. They very occasionally you know, drive on highways. Most of the time they are with me when it comes to highway trips and all of that. So it's basically just for, you know, occasional highway drives and you know, for city drives as well. So mom and dad both drive, so they chose you know, the convenience of an automatic, which I think, keeping in the age as well in mind and keeping comfort in mind, I think that's the best choice. So I'll tell you, they had a couple of cars which were in mind. Now I'm only going to talk about automatics, because manual your cars, there were plenty of it. I'm not going to talk about it because it makes no sense, and we did not look at it as well. So I'll just tell you about the AMTs that we specifically looked into. So we looked into you know, the Nios AMT. All right, we looked into the Aura AMT. We also looked at the Tiago AMT, and we looked into also looking at the Polo AMT as well. Now Polo was an exception. I'm sorry, not AMT, but I was looking to get you know, if I could get my hands on a nice GT TSI, but sadly you know, GT TSIs were out of production at that point in time, and only the TSI you know, vehicle was there at that point in time, the manual version. So yeah, again, so I dad went ahead and test drove, and even I test drove, you know, the Nios AMT. It's very smooth, I must say, because it's a 4-cylinder, produces almost you know, the same kind of power and torque figures. Now one constraint that I felt in that vehicle is, though it has kind of, you know, whatever, this gray kind of material inside, I still feel it was a little claustrophobic for me. Though it gets a nice rear AC vents and all of that, a few features I think additional as well, but it was too compact, so we put that off you know, the chart. We didn't want to look into that. Now secondly, we had the Tiago. Again, we didn't want to, again, after driving the Nios, we didn't want to pick up the Tiagos, because we knew that you know, this hatch wasn't working. So let's go in for a compact sedan. Now we were only left with one option, which was the Tiago AMT. Now, like you guys know, the Tiago, this Tiago that I have is a 2021 version. It's a BS6 variant. I bought it, I think, 2.5 months back, and this vehicle was bought in Hyderabad because that's my hometown, and that's majorly where mom and dad stay. So you know, this vehicle was picked up over there. I think the price that they quoted me at that point in time was around I think around 8.8 lakhs, and post discount I got it for 8,60,000, which I think was a cracker of a deal for this vehicle. We picked it up on full cash as well. So I made the delivery that evening, and the very next day around afternoon evening time, around 4 o'clock, 4:30 was the delivery. So that was also a very nice experience. Now why we chose the Tigor, you know, sticking to it. So like you guys know, we wanted a sedan in the family, so that you know, in case even if we all travel with mom and dad, you know, there's a lot of space for luggage and all of it. So that was one major reason. They loved the compact sedan. They loved the ground clearance of the vehicle. It was very high, took it over you know, bad roads as well. I mean, never did it touch, not even once did it touch you know, a speed breaker. I don't know how Tata did it, but it's brilliant. Good stuff, good handling, everything was absolutely fine. So majorly because we chose this vehicle, one, A is because of the build quality, Tata's sheer build quality. All right, now VW did not have anything at that point in time, else mom and dad would have bought a VW for sure. And because of the space and ground clearance and the way the car drove. So these were the main reasons and the major reasons that we bought this vehicle. It's been 2.5-3 months with this vehicle. Vehicles driven approximately around 2,209 kilometers. I've just driven it for, I think, maybe at the max to max, I'm thinking is around 500 kilometers, both city and highway. And I must tell you that, this vehicle is really very nice. All right, it's definitely not a driver's car, but then, when you put it in automatic and you smash, the accelerator pedal, it actually gives you wheel spins. So that's nice. But see, I'm going to be very practical. No one's going to buy this car to do wheel spins. No one's going to, chuck this car in corners and all of that. So I'll talk majorly on, family usage and all of that. So someone who would want to buy this car would be either a family person or, nuclear family people and all of that. So let me tell you, this car is actually very good in the first place. You can actually, when you open and close each door, you can actually feel that kind of steel, and the material used is absolutely high quality, material. You need to actually go and check this car out personally for you to understand. I'm no promoter of Tata. You guys hear the truth from me. If I like something, I say I like it. If I don't like it, I say I don't like it. So I'm not going to sugarcoat anything over here. Yes, the fit and finish could have been better on the vehicle. There are little open panel gaps here and there. But then, never mind. I think for the kind of price that you're paying, 8.6 lakhs, I got an AMT sedan on road Hyderabad post discount. I think that's a cracker deal, man. I don't need anything else with that kind of thing. Yeah, you do have a little, vibes on the steering. But then let me tell you, the moment you slot it into automatic and you start driving, yes, you feel little bit of vibration on the steering wheel as well. Of course, if you're going to rev the throttle, you're really going to feel the vibration. But if you drive it gently and the way it's meant to be driven, all right, like a decent person who actually drives like, very decently, not crazy like me on the throttle. So if you drive it decently, even I've driven it decently, of course, you actually start liking the car. It just takes to you. I think it took me just half an hour to get used to it. And I must admit, and I must say this, that, I did not want to drive my freestyle back, at least for quite some time, because I was enjoying the convenience of an AMT. And trust me, guys, post second gear, the vehicle is so calm. It keeps in, in the rev band, tap that accelerator a little bit. It drops a gear or two and it just takes on, the road, and even with full load. So we've used this car twice to Hyderabad as well. Not twice. Yeah, just once to Hyderabad. I'm sorry. Just once to Hyderabad. Because I mean, coming back from Hyderabad and we went back to Hyderabad. Yeah, so that's actually twice. I'm sorry, I'm getting confused. So, twice we've been to Hyderabad as well. It actually fared brilliantly on the highway. It's very nice. It's well put together. You can feel it's rock solid. There's not body roll, and sedans are known to stay planted on the road, and this is no different from that. So it does the job pretty well. I'm very happy, because I chose this vehicle for my parents, because my parents, they asked me to choose because they did not have much of an idea. So I did a lot of research and I chose this vehicle. My dad also drove this. He did like it. Keep in mind, Tatas were pathetic in the past. Let me repeat this. Tata were pathetic in the past, but Tata is really good now. Their kind of customer service, the way they, dealt, with the way we came in and, helped us out and all of that. I think that was a very nice, very fast. Even the first service was done at 1,000 kilometers. Of course, we got it done in Bangalore because we drove from Hyderabad to Bangalore as well. So first service was hardly done in a couple of days. I think just 5-6 days. and even the first service was very good. Just basic inspection. They took a couple of hours. They did it, had to wait in the lounge, but it was all quick, it was all fast, it was done. And my perception has changed about Tata so far, and I think we need to support Indian brands as well for the kind of quality that these guys are providing. I think it's good, man. If you can't afford a German with that kind of quality, trust me, and if you want to be that proud Indian owning something which is made in India, I think this is absolutely brilliant for this kind of price tag that I got it for, which is 8.6. I think Bangalore's around 9,15,000 and all of that. I'm not including any kind of corporate discounts, but I think it made more sense for us to pick this up in Hyderabad. Alright, I don't want to stretch this review all the more. I'm so sorry, I will not be able to go ahead and give you guys a drive review because the lockdown is still happening in Bangalore and you're not permitted to go on the road. That's the sole reason I will not be able to drive it, but definitely I will drive it in the near future and give you guys a drive experience as well. For now, you guys take care, stay safe, do subscribe to the channel, stay tuned, and do let me know as well, guys, if you want me to go ahead and review the cars that you have. I will be more than happy to do that. Drop me a text on Instagram and we can plan on something, and probably I can come and I can review your cars as well. I'm just a message away on Instagram. You can find all the links to the products that I personally use in the description box below. You can also find my Instagram handle there as well, the link to it. Do follow me on Instagram, subscribe to the channel once again, stay tuned, take care, bye bye, and stay safe.